Right.
So we in the honor yet?
Yes, but we're gonna call it backing, because we're only talking about seniors.
So,
What is backing?
can you get a back in the back horse?
What is it?
It's a natural, we've already gone through this, where were you at?
We already have to demonstrate it.
Oh,
You turn both
then you need
dogs.
another, you need two demonstrators.
Yeah.
So you're in a back horse, and we were talking about there's birds in a back horse. Your brace mate goes on point. Your dog's coming up. You yell out both before it's actually seeing the other dog. That's not an honor or a back, any way, shape, or form. It has to acknowledge that dog on point. Then you're allowed to verbally whoa it, stop it. Till then, learn not to say a word.
So backing is so you're in a hunting situation and a dog is on point, you don't, at that level, you don't want your dog running in and interfering with that dog on point. So your dog is acknowledging that that other dog is on point and staying out of the way. So in seniors, it has to show.
Even if that dog goes on point and there's no bird there, you've got a qualifying back.
Right.
Because it acknowledged that dog on point. No bird was produced, doesn't matter. Senior, you do not need to produce a bird. When you go up the ladder, rule changes again.
So can you help these guys understand? So you have a dog on point and this dog, it sees this dog. At
Right.
what point, if it's running circles around it, so what is your definition of now this dog has acknowledged this dog and now you can say, well, or you can stop it? Or what is the definition of this dog is ignoring this dog, clearly sees this dog
Right.
and is ignoring it and it will be picked up?
Right.
Can you help them understand
Well,
that?
a lot of times you see a dog ignoring it, they never pick their head up. They keep their head down. Because that dog's in point and say, oh, I don't see it. I'm not gonna look at that. That's what they normally do. Because and obviously at this point you're training for this. They know what you're wanting
Pros are
them to do.
notorious for blowing this mark completely off. Thinking you're not going to catch it in the end.
Right. So anyway, so now when that dog is on point and the honorary dog's coming in for one call, he's going to look at it, he's going to see it. And he's going to kind of start to slow down. Some of them don't. They're like, oh, he's got a bird, I'm going in. And that honorary dog cuts in front of the pointy dog, he's done. He's just so point. So as soon as he sees that other dog on point, he's got to start making an attempt to stop. He's making that attempt. You see that, then you can walk.
So you as a judge want to see that dog starting to slow down
Oh, yeah.
before anybody says, whoa.
Yeah. And that dog is on point. They'll lie. They'll look at they'll look at it again. So now it's like, okay, he just looked at it twice. I know he saw that. All right, now I'm sitting in the saddle thinking, all right, let's see what happens here. I'll give you one more. No, you're done. You
Then
know.
the argument starts.
Yeah.
I've had it right out here in this field. Dog on point. Handler comes in. Judge, you didn't see that dog. Now you can see what that dog sees? No, you can't. If it lifted its head up and saw that dog, that was a perfect opportunity for you to say, whoa.
Right.
Which is allowed. Not to say to the judge, well, he didn't see it. So my scenario is, go back around my horse and let's try this again. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the same result.
Yeah.
Usually it's 2 males,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
intact.
So they don't like it.
So as a handler, you are not obligated, if you see that other dog on point 100 yards away, you're not obligated to bring
No.
your
Right.
dog. You can go the other direction. So that's where, as a handler, you're starting to help your dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be aware of what's going on in the field. You know, you don't have to be working next to each other. So if you see that other dog go, you can pull, I mean, don't be obvious about it, but handle the dog in the other direction if you know it's going to be a bad situation. If it's, you know, if you see the dog sideways and you're confident in your dog, then let him back.
That
But if
gives you
it's
the
like
opportunity.
this,
Because you're gonna get a call back anyway.
correct.
And it gives you as a handler a lot better control of the situation to bring the dog in on side view compared to a head-to-head or butt, head-to-butt. And then if they get that broad side view of silhouette, and that's what you're training with if you have an auto backer, or if you just have the old wood one that's stuck in the ground, which is great because a lot of those ones, you can get them in different colors. You can say, oh, my dog won't back a bridge. Yeah, it will. Just stick it in the ground. Come around the side of the building where it's on point. Do that enough times, it's going to stop.
So like, so if the honor happens on the back course in the seniors, that dog fulfilled his honor, we're okay. But we get in the bird field, and the situation comes up where there's a dog on point, and even though your dog's already honored, and if he sees it, he still has to do it. I mean, you can still walk him, and then what we'll have you do is, let's say, collar the dog. Well, the pointing dog would say, hold on, collar the honoring dog, then we work the bird for the pointing dog, and that pointing dog, both gets the bird and bring it back. And then we release them and, move on. But then, now the pointing dog still hasn't had an honor, so we gotta flip the scenario.
Can you, talk about callbacks, see if what a callback is?
Oh, sure.
Is there a certain distance that honoring dog has to be from the pointing dog?
No, but,
Because how do you know if the dog doesn't pick up the scent of that bird from a long distance too?
well, it can, but he should be seeing the dog.
Right.
And a lot of them like to creep up closer, so, like I said, in the seniors, when you see that happening, whoa. And you're gonna want them farther away from that pointy dog, better, because that gunshot goes off, and that dog's going for that tree, that honoring dog's gonna want it.
Right. Well,
So,
you're gonna swarm higher too, also, aren't you? Further away the other.
Not necessarily.
no, I mean, it could be situations, say the grass is really high, you got a dog pointing, and this honoring dog, the other dog's just hunting. And all of a sudden he sees it, whoa, and then he's, it's better.
But in
More
the
of a
senior,
recognition thing.
but in the senior one, once your dog goes on honor, you can go walk up to your, kneel down and collar your dog.
Right,
You should.
you should.
For honoring, for the backing
The
dog.
judges more than likely are going to tell you to
Tell you to do that.
They know that it's senior and it's not
You want us to wait for it?
written master, so.
No, we'll tell you.
So, I mean, however far away it is, makes no difference.
You guys does everybody understand what they just said about when the dog backs to go and kneel down and hold that collar? Like they don't expect your dog to be able to stand through. So how long are you holding that collar? When can you release the dog?
Well, depending on how the pointing dog situation is going, if he's taking a long time to get the retrieve, and he can't find the retrieve, we might say, all right, go ahead and take the dog off.
But the judge will tell you?
Yes,
Okay.
or you just stay there till they tell you what to do. All right, that's enough.
Not being familiar with these hunting sets, at the senior master level, is the handler also the shooter?
No.
You will never, ever, in the AKC,
Okay, I just, I wasn't
Shoot.
Right, no, we have gunners for that.
Go ahead.
How do I help my senior dog in a backing issue when he's on point and the backing dog is not backing and he's creeping up on my dog? How do I help my dog so we don't have training problems later on down the road?
what's he doing now?
He ends up like, hell no, that's my bird.
Problem.
No, like he goes in and busts the bird because that backing dog came up and put pressure on him.
Well, then he needs to be taught that
Yeah.
that's your problem with the dog. He has to be, he's got to walk, he can't stand, he can't. And do that.
That's no different than you
Try to
going
get
in.
So put him in that situation.
Put him in those
walk off.
situations,
Okay.
yep. Put him in that
Put him in a
situation.
situation where you shoot that bird, let the backing dog go get the bird. And it really is.
Wow. All right, so as a couple that I want to throw in, and then we'll open it up for questions. So these guys are doing a great job, they're right on time. In juniors and seniors, particularly seniors, you have to find a bird. Okay, your major objective is to find a bird. You could have 10 backs and honors and all the stuff like that and run out of time.
And it happens.
So make
Birds
sure,
dogs go berserk.
make sure that you find the bird first. If you see a dog on point and you can avoid it, you keep going and find that bird.
Go back to the field.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that's one. Second, callbacks. If you do not get an opportunity to back or something like that in the regular time, they will give you that opportunity. If your dog has found a bird and you shot it and you handled it correctly, when time runs out, they will set up a situation where your dog can come in for a back. So don't worry, especially in seniors, don't worry about that back. You need to find a bird and handle the bird first. They will, there's something, you know, the judges will give you an opportunity when time has run out. Talk about delayed chase, continuous course. Just so you guys understand, the difference, it comes in more with seniors and masters. With juniors, you have this bird field, so here's where all the gunning will happen. With the continuous course, which we really don't do here anymore, but they still do it up in at the Ottawa Field Trial Grounds and even Wisconsin, is the gunners will walk with you throughout the whole course. But again, at this point, that's about the only place. So you are gunning, which is a lot of fun, but you're gunning on the entire course. You're probably not going to win an argument with the judges. You definitely won't win it with the secretary or the chairman. But if you have a question, ask them. Okay? But I am not aware of anyone that's ever won an argument, and you don't want to get that reputation of arguing with the judges. And let them judge. So they let the judges judge. So in other words, if you think your dog did something wrong and was eliminated, and you go and you put you snap the leash on and leash them up, wait until they tell you to do that, because maybe they didn't see it, or maybe they didn't call it as a mistake. So I'll give you an example. I had a situation where the bird flushed up into my dog's face, and he grabbed it. But I waited, because some judges that I asked the AKC rep, that would not eliminate the dog. I mean, my explanation, I didn't argue with the judges. My explanation from the AKC rep was, what would you expect your dog to do in a hunting situation? If the bird literally flew up in his face, okay. Now, that didn't happen with that particular judge, but again, it's an argument that I'm not going to win, but I was going to wait, because it might have been a judge that said, yeah, you know, what do you expect your dog to do? And let them continue. So let them tell you when to leash your dog up. Don't leash them up on your own, and get your entry. Did I mention get your entries in early?
Once or twice.
I better say it again.
Yeah.
Legibly, get them in early.
Legibly and early.
And legibly.
The one thing you guys haven't said is be nice to your hunt test here too.
The hunt test committee are your friends.
Everybody.
The hunting test committee are your friends. And I will shut up.
The biggest, when we were talking about junior and senior, the biggest jump is conditioning your dog to run a half hour.
Oh,
over 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Yep.
So it's hot, 85, 90 degrees. Test goes on. Get them watered down. Make sure they're conditioned. If it's a junior dog, get them to run half hour. If it's a senior master, get them to run 45 minutes to an hour. If you have the capability of doing it, which everybody should, you can do that on lead, you know, with the checkboard, running with them, biking with them, whatever you need to do to get that conditioning in. It'll go a lot further for you.
Because when they get hot, they're panting, they're not using their nose.
Right.
So they get a hard
Can't
time.
smell through their mouth.
But that's,
And the juniors, they gotta remember too, there are no gunners in the field for juniors. It's just blank guns, so
Right.
junior dogs are gonna chase the birds once they're shot.
yeah, they will. And that's fine.
So, but I mean, there are, we don't,
Right.
no gunners in the
No,
field for
right,
that.
right.
But that's your mistake. If your dog is can't finish the race out, that is absolutely 100% on you. You know, that you did not get your dog in shape. So, and there's no reason not to. You know, you have all this time to exercise and get him acclimated.
Next 3 weeks.
Well, You jump in? Thank you. So that, I mentioned get your extras in early. We have, if you there are two other titles with the AKC. There's the advanced title. So once you get your junior title, your senior title, your master title, all you need is an average of 7 or above, average score of 7 or above. They have an advanced title, so you, well, first of all, you can always continue running your dog. There's no reason, if you're having fun, there's no reason not to run your dog, or to stop running your dogs just because you got your title. Whether it's a junior title or, and you don't have to go to seniors after you get your junior title. You can continue running your dog in juniors as long as you get your entries in early. But they have, it's called an advanced title. So the difference is that now the dog has to get an average of 8 or above. And the judges don't know that, okay? In fact, no one should really know that you're running for the advanced title.
The secretary is.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean, you would
Because
cover
it
it
is
out.
a separate sheet that you fill out, signed by the secretary. And then it's your responsibility to send in that sheet once it's filled out to the AKC, and then you get your another $25 if it is.
Right, but it's a thing.
Then it becomes JHA and SHA.
But they, but again, there's just, if you get your junior title and you're just not able to train for seniors, there's no reason you can't keep running and just compete with yourself. Try and get a higher score. Try and just have a more finished dog in juniors. But there is another.
Talk about the numbers of the scoring. So like we do the hunting, pointing, trainability, and bird finding. So say maybe your hunting's a 10 and pointing was a 5. Those numbers at least tell you those are things you need to work on. So pointing maybe wasn't very good, so that's something you need to work on. So that's where you can take the numbers and put them to use to what you need to do to, so like the honoring was a 6. Judge was too happy with that. Maybe I gotta work on that a little bit more. So.
And you'll get your scores. Don't ask the judges if you pass. Don't ask the line marshal. Just come in to the secretary's desk and they'll have your score sheets. 99% of the time, the judges are giving you the same scores. So sometimes, you know, the judges will score differently, but you know, they'll give you one of the cards. There's 2 score cards generally for each dog. But don't ask them in the field if you pass. Just come up to the desk afterwards.
You aren't supposed to see those scorecards until the secretary's seen them.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, right. And then you touched on this, starting at a higher level. I debate this with some of the more experienced handlers. If you're a pro or someone, or something like that, where you're getting paid and you gotta get that dog through, but for you guys, I really, really encourage you to start in juniors and then go in seniors, because even if you think you know what you're doing, and if you've never done this before, I get this a lot, and you know it when someone is running at a higher level for the first time. You don't really, I don't care, people can tell you that your dog is ready, you're not ready. You have to experience these situations. You have to experience what happens when my dog is pointing a bird that's at the base of a tree. How do I handle that? How do I handle this? You know, have fun in juniors before you start going to these higher levels where there's more obedience and more pressure. Because like these guys will say, they'll tell you they really don't enjoy judging master dogs as much as they used to. Dennis kept referring to them as robots. A lot of them are, because the people, the handlers are training them just to pass that test. And they're overtrained, they're not having fun. The handlers, all these pictures that we have on our website, the biggest smiles are the junior handlers.
One huge thing is, you know, over the years, the breeding characteristics in a lot of the breeds they're just like a Corvette. This year's Corvette, next year's Corvette better be better. Your next dog should always be better than your last. That's what you should strive for. As a breeder, 100%.
So I know some of you know, I've talked to some of you guys, you're thinking about going straight to seniors. Do your dog a favor, run them through juniors first. Let them have some fun, let them experience what it's like. Because everything is different. It is 100% different than training. I don't think there's anyone here that really can put their dog in a training situation that will duplicate a hunting test. They're sent there from 100 birds that have been there in front of you. There's horses. You're more excited. Your dog is going to pick up on all of that. Let them run through juniors, have fun. You guys have fun with it, and then start in seniors. It's just, you know, I just don't agree with it. I think it's too much pressure, and it's also not fair to the other handler. If you don't know what you're doing,
Right.
they've trained their dog to that point where now they're running in seniors, and you show up next to them and you don't know. We're not going to be very happy about that, and we're going to know that you don't know what you're doing, and it might hurt their dog. It might hurt their chances. So I'm going to shut up.
What about, so my question to that is, like, having no prior experience, is it okay if we sign up for one of these, we still come with the mindset, like, I don't care, pass, fail, whatever, get the dog out, toss an e-collar on, and just kind of have that be like,
No e-collar.
No, you can't practice. Just you cannot come out here. You cannot practice.
okay, that was my
Yeah,
question,
no.
like, just have it be like,
Nope.
But you can come out here and the handler and don't even bring the dog and walk as many races. You can walk all day and watch stuff go on. Or if you offer, ask the marshal or the secretary, hey, I'd like to go out to the birds and watch them play birds. You can learn so much.
We'll park with that now.
Is your dog pointing? And even a junior dog, you got a puppy. Is it pointing a bird? Can it go out and point a bird? Yes. You're halfway there. You need to point a bird, find a bird, so if it's pointing a bird, it found a bird.
Search for
And,
it.
and it's running, I mean, obviously it's hunting, it's not standing by
right,
your
I've brought
side.
out here a few times,
Yeah.
I mean, plant the birds,
Right.
go pick it up, it's fine, just
Right.
never in like that format with other dogs, which I
Right,
know would be the
it's
biggest.
just different, right? If cat run over it, cat run over it? Okay.
So I mean, besides that point, is it how much?
When we were talking about, most of the time they run the same course.
Yeah.
Judges are the ones that set the course. Okay, so if it's normal, we'll do this course this way, come back up here. We might get out here and a skunk spray, we have to alter the course. So you might, if you're running multiple dogs, or, depending on, sometimes on the East Coast, they're known to do this loop, where they'll have one go this way and one go this way. And then this one's in the bird field for that 7 minutes, and then this one's coming into the bird field. So, you know, there could be that. We had coyote den down here. It's actually here. It's here. So we try and alter the course to go around things. When I was talking earlier, there was an example on the East Grounds. Woodcocks were transferring back and forth. 8 dogs in Maxton were taken out by the same woodcock. We moved the course. And all these, remember a game bird, it doesn't have to be a quail. If it's out there and you need, it has to point. If it comes upon a pheasant, yes.
Yeah.
Turkey, yes. Snipe, woodcock, grouse, any game bird.
What else can we answer for you?
Fire them away.
Juniors, guys, you gotta be pointing and have some kind of drive where they're out hunting. And you just don't say anything to them.
The transition from juniors to seniors,
Okay, hold
There's
on.
no thing saying you can't.
Not in the dog, but on the
No, I
hammer.
Okay.
so the transition from running dogs
Right.
from one level to advancing,
Mhm.
I'm going to be doing that, and I've been hesitant to do it for a couple of reasons. One, I don't want to screw another dog up, because I don't know what I'm doing to make the transition, so it's kind of, you get mixed information. Some some people say, you know, advance, go to the next level. And then I hear other people say, well, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it.
Mhm.
So I guess, just so people feel confident, moving from level to level, I mean, how do you successfully manage that transition? And is it okay to make a mistake? Of course it is.
Okay,
Okay.
stick with one method of training. There's multiple ways of breaking a dog. There's still, to this day, with all the electronics, there was more dogs broke without electronics than there is with.
You're gonna need to find
Repetition.
somebody to work with,
Yeah.
to help you, is basically. Just an example, the field champions for hunter, Garth that we had, you know, so proud of, juniors, he's doing great. My husband put, we're just going to seniors. Again, first dog, don't have a clue. Put the dog in seniors, my husband come out of the field, anybody wanna buy this dog? He goes, live it. You know, so again, we didn't have a clue. It was a big jump. Now we're like, what do? We gotta make this transition. And, again, new at all this. We actually went to a trainer, pro trainer, and he helped us.
Training.